Well, how about you tickle my taint and tell me it's Tuesday? Here's a full-on breakdown of Plato's Allegory of the Cave. The Allegory of the Cave is a philosophical metaphor found in Plato's work, The Republic. It's an epic illustration of the human condition and our journey towards enlightenment. Okay, so in the allegory, Plato presents like a group of prisoners who have spent their entire lives chained up inside a dark cave facing a wall. And straight up, the only thing these prisoners can see is shadows cast on the wall by objects passing behind them. To them, they're like, dude, yeah, those shadows, those are reality, because that's all I've seen and all I've freaking ever seen. Like, imagine if you were chained up inside a closet and you're like, oh my God, all I see is The Simpsons. Dude, the whole world is Springfield. And then one prisoner, think of him like Keanu in The Matrix. He's forced to leave the cave. And initially the light from outside like blinds him. He's like, oh. And then eventually it subsides and he's like, holy freaking tomatoes, dude, there's a whole world outside. And he's mesmerized by the beauty of a world filled with color and like tits and depth and beauty, far more real than any of those lame ass shadows inside the cave. Kind of like when you take mushrooms and then the mushrooms hit and you're like, swing. Oh my God, dude. My dad's house is way sicker than I previously thought. It's basically like the first time I switched from Kiss FM to Rogan and my noggin just exploded with truth. Yeah. And then the freed prisoner, realizing the limitations of his former existence, he feels super compelled to return to the cave, talk to those prisoners and be like, dudes, I need to enlighten you on this radical dank world outside. However, when he returns to the cave, everyone's like, what, dude? You're trying to tell me the shadows aren't real? You're a freaking renob, dude. Then one guy gets so pissed, he puts him in an arm bar and he's like, you better tap out, pussy. Stop saying that bull. This is kind of like the time I told my dad that Coppertone has carcinogens and we should raw dog the sun, and he took away my allowance. That was last week. This allegory suggests that the philosopher, represented by the freed prisoner, has a duty to enlighten and educate others even if they resist the truth and call him a massive renob. Plato's like, honestly, dudes, when you try to reveal higher truths, you will get called a douche by dudes who find comfort in their ignorance. And for Plato, this is directly inspired by Socrates, because Socrates tried to reveal higher truths to the Greeks and they poisoned him with Sherlock and killed his ass. So what I'm saying is, get out there, question appearances, seek knowledge beyond the superficial perceptions, and find a deeper understanding of the world, my dudes. All right, dudes, this has been another episode of Chad Gets Stoked on Philosophy. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll be back for another time to enlighten you. All right, late.